7, 8, 9, 10.
Michael Feeney arrives early for a sound check before the Department of Health press briefing. Then, minutes before it starts, he's handed the latest statistics.
It's very high pressured, very intense, very fast paced, and the logistical questions that are asked and responded to can just be very difficult. So we do our best to interpret accurately, make sure the information is getting across in the right way, that it's accessible for as many deaf people that are watching as possible.
I'm not aware of those particular reports in respect of children.
Michael has been working as a sign language interpreter for 7 years after completing a 4-year degree in deaf studies in Trinity College Dublin. He is one of 6 interpreters rotating the daily briefings. They work in pairs, supporting each other and taking it in turns to interpret, swapping roughly every 15 minutes. Interestingly, in Northern Ireland, there are also 2 interpreters at the briefings, but one is doing British Sign Language while the other is doing Irish Sign Language. Irish Sign Language is unique with its own grammatical structure, but it's not just a language of the hands.
A certain amount of information is on the hands, but so much more has to be taken into account when you're interpreting or when you're signing, when you're using the language. Upper body movement, eye blinks, eye gaze, mouthing patterns.
Leanne Quigley is one of the 5,000 deaf people in Ireland, using Irish Sign Language as their first language. A further 40,000 people use it on a daily basis.
Well, it's hugely important to have an ISL interpreter there, to have accessibility to all the information. There are deaf people all over Ireland that it's their first or preferred language, ISL. So to have that access to information in such an emergency situation is extremely important.
Michael says it's a privilege to be doing a job that is so essential for Leanne and the whole deaf community. Diane Connor, RTE News.